Are you feeling like you are becoming a toxic person? Do you struggle with anger management, engage in unhealthy behaviors, or find it hard to consider the feelings of others? If so, it's important to address these tendencies before they damage your relationships and well-being. In this video, we will explore 8 signs that you may be becoming a toxic person, and provide tips for how to address these behaviors and work towards personal growth. Let's get started. Number 1, you often blame others for your problems or shortcomings. If you often blame others for your problems or shortcomings, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can have negative consequences for your relationships, as it can make others feel like they are being unfairly criticized or blamed. It can also damage your own personal growth and development, as you may be missing opportunities to learn from your mistakes or take responsibility for your actions. One way to address this tendency is to practice self-reflection and try to identify any patterns or underlying causes for your problems. You may also find it helpful to consider seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist to help you work through any issues that may be contributing to your tendency to blame others. It can also be helpful to practice gratitude and focus on the things that you are doing well, rather than dwelling on your mistakes or problems. Number 2, you frequently engage in gossip or spread rumors about others. Gossiping or spreading rumors about others is a toxic behavior that can have serious consequences for the people being talked about, as well as for the person engaging in this behavior. Gossiping can damage relationships, create unnecessary conflict, and even lead to social ostracism. If you find yourself frequently engaging in gossip or spreading rumors about others, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. It's important to remember that everyone makes mistakes and that it's not helpful or kind to spread negative information about others. Instead, try to focus on building positive relationships and practicing empathy and understanding towards others. If you find it difficult to resist the temptation to gossip, it may be helpful to try to distance yourself from situations or people who encourage this behavior. Number 3, you have a tendency to be selfish and only think about your own needs and wants. Being selfish and only thinking about your own needs and wants can be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can damage relationships, as others may feel like you are not considering their needs or feelings. It can also lead to conflicts and misunderstandings, as others may feel like you are not being fair or considerate. If you tend to be selfish, it may be helpful to try to be more aware of the needs and feelings of others. You can practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and trying to understand their perspective. It can also be helpful to try to be more giving and considerate, and to make an effort to think about how your actions and decisions may impact others. Finally, try to be more mindful of the balance between taking care of your own needs and being considerate of the needs of others. Number 4, you frequently criticize or belittle others. If you frequently criticize or belittle others, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can damage relationships and make others feel unsupported, unvalued, and disrespected. It can also create a negative or hostile environment and make it difficult for others to feel comfortable or confident. To address this tendency, it may be helpful to try to be more mindful of your words and actions. Instead of criticizing or belittling others, try to focus on being supportive and encouraging. You can also try to be more constructive in your feedback, and to focus on specific actions or behaviors rather than attacking someone's character or worth. Finally, try to practice empathy and consider how your words and actions may affect others. Number 5, you struggle with anger management and have a short temper. If you struggle with anger management and have a short temper, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can damage relationships, as others may feel like they are walking on eggshells around you or that they are not able to be themselves around you. It can also lead to conflicts and misunderstandings, as others may feel like they are being unfairly attacked or blamed. To address this tendency, it may be helpful to work on managing your anger and developing healthy coping strategies. Some strategies that may be helpful include deep breathing, counting to 10, going for a walk, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist about your feelings. It can also be helpful to try to identify the root causes of your anger and to work on resolving any underlying issues. Finally, try to be more mindful of your words and actions when you are feeling angry, and make an effort to communicate in a more constructive and respectful way. Number 6, you are manipulative or controlling in your relationships. If you are manipulative or controlling in your relationships, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can damage relationships, as others may feel like they are not able to be themselves or that their autonomy is being taken away. It can also lead to conflicts and misunderstandings, as others may feel like they are being unfairly pressured or manipulated. To address this tendency, it may be helpful to try to be more aware of your actions and the impact they have on others. Make an effort to respect the autonomy and independence of others, and try to communicate in an open and honest way. If you are struggling with feelings of insecurity or a need to control, it may be helpful to consider seeking support from a therapist or coach to help you work through these issues. Finally, try to practice empathy and consider how your actions may affect others. Number 7, you have a lack of empathy and struggle to understand the feelings of others. A lack of empathy, or the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, can be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. This behavior can damage relationships, as others may feel like you are not able to understand or connect with them on an emotional level. It can also lead to conflicts and misunderstandings, as others may feel like you are not able to see things from their perspective. To address this tendency, it may be helpful to try to be more aware of your own emotions and the emotions of others. Practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and trying to understand their perspective. You can also try to be more open to listening to others and to asking questions to better understand their feelings. If you find it difficult to connect with others emotionally, it may be helpful to consider seeking support from a therapist or coach to help you work on your social and emotional skills. Finally, try to be more mindful of the impact your words and actions have on others. Number 8, you engage in unhealthy or destructive behaviors, such as substance abuse or unhealthy eating habits. If you engage in unhealthy or destructive behaviors, such as substance abuse or unhealthy eating habits, it may be a sign that you are becoming a toxic person. These behaviors can have negative consequences for your own health and well-being, as well as for those around you. They can also create stress and conflict in relationships and make it difficult for others to be around you. To address these behaviors, it may be helpful to seek support from a healthcare professional or a licensed therapist. They can help you identify the underlying causes of these behaviors and develop a plan to address them in a healthy way. It may also be helpful to consider seeking support from friends and loved ones, as they can provide a sense of accountability and encourage you to make positive changes. Finally, try to be mindful of the impact your behaviors have on others and make an effort to engage in healthy and positive activities. If you have recognized any of these behaviors in yourself, it's important to take steps toward change. By working on personal growth and addressing toxic tendencies, you can improve your relationships and well-being, and become a more positive and supportive presence in the lives of others. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes and work towards becoming the best version of yourself. With self-reflection, self-care, and support from others, you can make progress and create a more fulfilling and healthy life for yourself and those around you. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.